Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jasper High School Baseball here on 18 WJTS. Tonight, Jasper Wildcats start the Hall of Fame Classic battling Edgewood. The Wildcats 14-3 after falling to Castle 4-1 back on Tuesday night out here at Rookser Field. Edgewood comes in at 7-8 on the season. Andrew Noblet gets the start on the hill for the Wildcats. We'll take a break. Have the opening pitch, Cats and Mustangs, right after this. Welcome back to Rookser Field. The 7-8 Edgewood Mustangs and the 14-3 Jasper Wildcats. Andrew Noblet gets the start tonight. Noblet has appeared in 16 1/3 innings. This will be his third start of the season. Sixth appearance. He is 1-1 with a 0 ERA, 4 hits, 1 run was not earned. Struck out 13 and walked 4, coming off that no-hitter last Thursday night against Evansville Central. He will be backed tonight by Jack Albrand in left, Ryan Leik in center, Chris Hedinger in right. Connor Foley plays third at shortstop. Ben Hankey, Cody Morton at second. At first base for the Wildcats, Matthew Wright, and behind the plate, Drew Bradley. Cats and Edgewood. Wildcats tomorrow at 11 will play the Carmel Greyhounds at 5:45, weather permitting. They will play Northview. Those two games tomorrow will air Sunday at 1 right here on WJTS. So Cam Inglis stands in the center fielder. Wildcats coming off that loss to Castle 4-1 back on Tuesday. Noblet throws the first pitch of the ball game. It's in for a strike. Miles Mann behind the plate. Kevin Holzman on the bases. Our friends in blue. Cloudy, overcast skies, rained basically all day. The field was worked up into shape, and this one misses. It's 1-1. Foley even with the bag and off the line at third for Inglis. Swung on and missed. Cats able to beat Edgewood last year on a pop fly out to shortstop that dropped, and the Cats able to score the winning run. They had a tough time with Luke Hayden, the fabulous pitcher for Edgewood. He's at Indiana now, and Edgewood now 7-8 on the season. Lawson and Thummel to follow here in the first inning against Andrew. He throws the 2-2 plateward. Barely missed. And it's 3-2. Wind blowing out to center field today at Rookser Field. Next pitch on the way, sliced into right field. Hedinger dives again, and he caught it. Seems like he does that on a nightly basis. He dives and catches it. You might as well dive for it tonight. The wet grass and the tall outfield grass, it's not going to roll much if it's hit like that. So try to get it, and he did. So one away, Lawson, the shortstop, gets in for the Edgewood Mustangs. Right-handed hitter, first pitch a fastball. In for a strike, it's 0-1. Edgewood bats here in the top of the first inning. Noblet out on the Rookser Field mound, throws the 0-1. This one dives low. And in that Central game, Noblet with 4 strikeouts and no hitting the Bears, but Central came out on top 1-0 after the Wildcats made 3 first-inning errors and 4 on the game. 2-1 now to Lawson, the shortstop. This one poured in for a strike. 2-2 with 1 away. Noblet, the break-even to Lawson. Chopped on the ground slowly towards Foley. He gloves, throws, got him. So 2 up, 2 gone for the Mustangs here in the first inning.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 6, Connor Thummel.
Connor Thummel will hit for the Mustangs with 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. Breaking ball from Noblet in for a strike. It is 0-1 to the 3-hole hitter, the designated hitter, Thummel, with 2 gone. Noblet drives the second pitch plateward. This one bounces into the dirt, and the count evens up at 1-1. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the first. No score, Edgewood and the Wildcats. Noblet drives 1-1 towards home plate. Fastball outside corner, strike 2. So down in the count, Thummel with Alt the catcher on deck for the Mustangs. Noblet winds and fires. Chop foul in the batter's box. And it is 1-2. One-two pitch. Foul back into the screen. So 1-2. Noblet brings it home. Curveball, he got him. Noblet retires the side in order here in the top of the first through a half here on 18 WJTS. Mustangs nothing, Wildcats nothing. We'll have more right after this. Back to Rookser Field. Ziggy Turan on the field or on the mound for Edgewood here. He'll face Ben Hankey to lead things off. Cats trying to get the bats going. After just one run against Castle the other night, first pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Terry Gobert on the coaching line at third. Jason Albrand over at first, 0-1 now to Hankey. A fastball misses high. Count evens up at 1-1 again. Wind howling out toward right or center field, right center at times. Turan throws it. Fastball at the knees. 1-2. Morton and Foley to follow here in the bottom of the first. Edgewood, Jasper, no score. First round of the Indiana Baseball Hall of Fame Classic. This one's low. It's set for tomorrow, 11 out here. Carmel, a top 10 team in 4A. Cats and Greyhounds get together, and Jasper will play Northview at 5:45 or somewhere in that vicinity. 2-2 with nobody out to Hankey. 344 hitter, 1 home run, and 4 knocked in. Cats as a team hit at 290 under the 300 mark. The 3-2 curveball popped up, shallow left, going out the shortstop Lawson, and he will not be able to catch it. It's a bloop leadoff base hit for Ben Hankey, and the Wildcats have their leadoff man on here in the first inning. So Cody Morton will get in. Morton at 290, 1 home run, 11 knocked in. Hankey takes his lead at first. Hetty holds him on. They throw over. Back in time. First baseman dropped the ball. Cats try to get on the board here first, which will be rare here in the last few games. Pitcher fires it over there. Hankey back with a dive this time. Bottom of the first, Cats on the offensive here. Pause and the pitch. Rifle back into the screen by Morton. And it's 0-1 to the Wildcats' second baseman. Third baseman Druckery off the line, and even with the bag at third, they play Morton really shallow in the outfield, especially in center and right. That is as shallow as I've seen somebody play anybody. The 0-1 misses outside. Catcher was set up outside, hit the mid, but he was outside the zone, and it's 1-1 to Cody Morton. Hankey takes his lead at first. Pitch is low and outside. Another throw over. They are very concerned with Hankey here in the first. 2-1 the count to Morton. Nobody out. Runner at first. Hankey blooped a single into shallow left field. The 2-1 to Morton. A fastball misses high. So 3-1 now to Morton. He's in command of this count with Foley on deck here in the bottom of the first inning. Tehran comes to the belt and throws over again. Yankee diving back into that wet dirt over there. Three-one delivery. Fastball, he walks him. So first and second, Morton on with the walk, and here comes Connor Foley trying to clean this up.
Number 24, Connor Foley.
Play behind the runner at first. Foley at the plate. Tehran plateward. Fastball at the knees outside corner for a strike. 0-1 here. Gap in left center field for Foley. Curveball inside corner. Oh and 2. Foley waits. Tehran throws it. Breaking ball. Line drive left field for a base hit. Hankey had to hold up to see it go through. And the bases are full of Wildcats. Ball gets away from the catcher, and Edgewood commits the first error of the game by some shoddy cutoff play right there. They had Georges, the left fielder, uncorking one. Hankey wasn't going anywhere towards the plate, and it's 1-0 Cats. Up to third, Morton, and after the RBI single, Foley is up to second. So second and third here for Drew Bradley. Curveball outside. Bradley at .306, 2 home runs and 22 knocked in. Team's leader in RBIs. So 2 guys aboard with nobody out here. Fastball high. Edgewood on that third base dugout there in the red jerseys, white pants, black caps. Jasper in the white uniforms tonight. So Bradley cleaning up here. Pitch outside. The 3-0 now. That is a strike in for Bradley. Hedinger will be next. Nobody out here. Bradley wasted foul straight back. So Jasper on the board here, 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. So Drew Bradley's got a couple of guys out there, possibly to drive in here. Tehran comes home. Curveball got him. So 1 away, big strikeout for the Edgewood right-hander. And Chris Hedinger will bat. Made a nice diving catch back in the first inning. Top of this inning. 343 home runs and 10 knocked in. Outside corner for a strike. Oh, 1 outside. One and one here. And is out. So 2-1 here to Chris. Hammered into left field for a base hit. Morton will come home. Foley rounds third. He gets the green light, and he will score 3-0 on the 2 RBI base hit by Chris Hettinger to left field. And the Cats lead 3-0. Still just one man gone here. Third hit of the inning, and that will bring the pitching coach of Edgewood out to talk it over. So Jasper comes out swinging. Matthew Wright will be the hitter. When play resumes. So Hettinger the runner at first for Wright. Cats jump out to a 3-0 lead here.
Batting for the Wildcats, the first baseman, number 19, Matthew Wright.
So Wright at 234 checking into tonight's play. Jasper 3, Edgewood 0. Runner at first, Chris Hettinger. They throw over, back in time with the dive. Cats and Carmel out here at 11 tomorrow. Should be a good game. Cats have, it's been a minute since they played the Greyhounds. Used to go up to their tournament. Check swing, right up the third base line, foul. Played them way back in the 97 state championship game. Speaking of that reunion that Jasper had a couple of weeks ago for that team, 25 years. Cats and Greyhounds in that matchup. 0-1 with Hettinger, the runner at first. Will Wallace waits on deck. He'll bat barring a double play here. And the wind howling now out toward left center field. Wright waits. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball into the dirt, blocked by Alt, the catcher. 1-1. Next week, Cats busy. On the road at Gibson Southern. They got a really good team this year. Ace pitcher. At Lincoln on Tuesday. The makeup game with North as they throw over on Wednesday. At Southridge Friday. And at Forest Park on Saturday afternoon of next week. So they call a balk. And the pitcher looks like he's shaken up as well. Again, mound should be in pretty good shape. They cover it. Trying to stretch it out a little bit out there. Bullpen up and running anyway. It started because the Cats have 3 here in the first. So 1 out here in the first. He's going to see if he can continue with the warm-up tosses. Looks like he's pretty good. Umpires are looking, as well as their coach, Coach Jones. Looks like he'll be able to continue. So Wright up at the plate with a 1-1 count, and Hettinger now down to second base on the balk. One and one here. Pitch on the way. Wright pops it foul out of play. Third base side. So as we talked about before the injury, busy week for the Wildcats. We're supposed to be on the road all week, but the North game now in there on Wednesday night. It was rained out last night. Swung on and missed. So Wright goes down. Second strikeout for Tehran, and Will Wallace will stand in. Will Wallace will bat. Big swing and a miss by Wallace. So runner at second base. Cats with 3 across here in the first. Tehran looks out at the runner at second. Hedinger takes off towards third. Got a huge jump. Ball in the dirt, and he's at third base. So 1-1 now. To Wallace with Allbrand on deck. The 1-1 pitch fouled back into the screen by Will. 3-0 Jasper here in the bottom of the first inning. Getting the bullpen up and running for Edgewood. Noblet retired the Mustangs 3 up, 3 down in the top half of this inning. The 1-2 to Will. Blocked nicely by Alt. It was in the dirt. Hedinger scurries back towards third. Jasper trying to add to the lead here. 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 Edgewood error here. Tehran will bring it home. Breaking ball called third strike as Wallace watched it. 3 strikeouts in the inning for the right-hander from Edgewood, but not before the Wildcats strike for 3 here in the first inning through 1. Jasper 3, Edgewood nothing. We're back with more baseball here on 18 WJTS. Back to Rookser. Andrew Noblet with a 3-run lead to work with as Braden Alt, the catcher, will lead things off here in the top half of the second inning for Edgewood. Again, they're 7-8 on the season. Noblet's first pitch to Alt, breaking ball, strike 1. Next pitch, just a tad low, and it's 1-1. Nobody on, nobody out here in the second. Noblet a perfect first with a strikeout last inning. Swing and another miss. 1-2 now. Straight away in the outfield for Alt, the catcher. Druckery, the third baseman, is next. Ball served on the ground to Foley. He scoops it up at the belt and throws on to right, 1 away. So 4 straight to start this game retired by the Jasper sophomore right-hander. Carson Druckery will stand in. Druckery in the 5-0 for Edgewood. Takes one low, 1-0. 3 runs in the bottom of the first for the Cats here. Strike. 1-1 here. Veteran coach Bob Jones on the coaching line at third. The 1-1 pitch. That is outside. And it's 2-1 here. Noblet ready. He works. Hit on the ground. Foley ranges over towards his left and makes the play. 2 gone. So 2 ground balls to counter Foley here, resulting in 2 outs for Tehran, the pitcher. So he gets in here for the Mustangs with 2 outs. Strike at the knees. Bullpen activity is stopped for Edgewood here. It's a big pitching weekend for all these teams. 3 games in 2 days. Once again, chop to Foley, and he can go to the Dairy Queen. 3 straight 5-3s. Stop by the West Side Dairy Queen and see Phyllis and the gang. 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Cats. We're back with more after this. Back to Rookser. Jack Albrand leads things off for the Cats against Tehran here in the inning. Ball by Jack, fouled off. So Albrand waits again. Loops it into shallow left. Georgis goes in, and the shortstop Lawson can't come up with it as he dove for it. A leadoff single, just like Hankey started the first. 4th hit of the game.
Batting for the Wildcats, the center fielder, number 3, Ryan Light.
Like bunts, perfect. Tehran off the mound, 1 play to first, and they got him. Sacrifice successful. Albrand up to second base, 1 away.
Now batting for the Wildcats, the shortstop, number 4, Ben Hankey.
Hankey pops this one straight up. Shortstop Lawson. Cut of the grass makes the play out behind the second base bag, 2 away. So Morton gets in. He walked and scored earlier. Runner out at second base. Albrand singled, sack to second, now 2 away. They go in behind him at second base. Good breaking ball into Morton there. It's 0-1. Ron trying to get out of this inning. 3-0 Jasper. Albrand lead at second. Foley on deck. Here's the pitch to Morton. He hits it on the ground up the middle. Lawson at short. Will fire it to first base. Not in time. He had to get fancy with it. So just picking up and throwing it. And the inning continues for Foley. So an infield base hit that should have been an out. 5th hit of the game. And here comes Connor Foley. He knocked in a run back in the first. For Hettinger's 2 RBI single. Runners on the corners here. Morton runs well at first base. See if he tries to get into scoring position here against Tehran, who's thrown over there excessively. Runners at first and third with 2 away. Inside. Three 3-0 to Connor. Throw over back in time. Three 0 to Foley. He's swinging and rifled it back into the screen. Three-one pitch. Foley chases it. Runner will go up to second base, Morton. So two guys out there for a 3-2 count on Foley. A 3-2 to Connor. Walked him. The bases are full of Wildcats. Second walk for Tehran, and here comes Bradley, who struck out earlier.
Batting for the Wildcats, the catcher, number 11, Drew Bradley. Next to the bring up, Drew Bradley. The bases are full. Foley's at first, Morton's at second, all runners at third.
The wind and fire. Breaking ball low. One 0 delivery. That is outside. Again, Edgewood had bullpen action going earlier. Now guys just standing around out there. 2-0 to the Wildcat catcher, the cleanup man. Bases loaded. Pitch low. It's 3-0. So Bradley will be taking here 3-0. Tehran comes home. Strike. Now he's ready. Three-one offering. Hit on the ground towards short. Lawson will charge. Come across the infield. Threw it low again, another bad throw, but the first baseman, Hetty, saved him in air and saved a couple of runs in the process. Wildcats kept off the board here in the second. We'll head to the top of the third. 3-0 Jasper. We're back with more Wildcat baseball after this on 18 WJTS. Back for the third is Andrew Good, the right fielder, gets in. Pitch is out of the zone. 3 up, 3 down each of the first two innings. For Noblet. Two 2-0. Good, the right fielder. Hetty, the first baseman, and you're just the left fielder for Edgewood. Andrew throws it home. This one hit hard right at Morton. Took a horrible hop right over him for a base hit. Can't believe he got a hop like that as wet as it is, but those are the ones you try to smother like a hand grenade and get in front of them, but that ball was scorched. So Edgewood has a base runner. Hetty will get in. Ride holds the runner on. Noblet comes home. Barely missed outside, and it's 1-0. Edgewood down 3-0 here in the top of the third. Noblet with Foley on the grass at third. Throws over to first base, back with the dive is good. Cats with 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning here to start the festivities out here at Rooksor Field Hall of Fame Classic. Cats and Carmel at 11 tomorrow. 5:45 they'll play the Northview Knights, a team that they've had some history with. The 1-0 fouled back into the equipment of Bradley. Cats have a double play situation. Here's the pitch. Foley grabs it out of the air, slips, and throws the ball over. And one gone. Fired it across there. He kind of slipped as he planted. One away. Runner good got back.
Number 7, Aiden Yorgis.
Comes 9-hole hitter Aiden Yorgis. They got the runner picked off. The rundown ensues, and Wright gets good. They pick him off. 2 away. And Yorgis up there with the bases clean. Better get your footing and run with your feet underneath your shoulders in this mess. Saw Foley slip. Ball fouled back. 0-1 the count. Leadoff man Cam Ingalls waits on deck here. Cats lead 3-0. Omelet fires. Line right at right, and the inning is over. A couple of line drives, but the Wildcats take care of it with the pickoff. 1 hit, nobody left. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Jasper 3, Edgewood nothing. You're watching Wildcat Baseball on 18 WJTS. Play goes to the bottom of the third. Cats lead 3-0. Got 3 in the first. Chris Hettinger a big part of that. He drove in a couple in his previous plate appearance. He leads things off. Wright and Wallace to follow here in the home third here at Rooksor Field. Duran's been on the ropes all night, but kept the Cats off the board back in the second. Fastball misses outside. 1-0 the count here to the Wildcat right fielder. Made a nice diving catch back in the first inning. The 1-0 popped up a mile high in the infield. Second baseman Mulls and the shortstop Lawson will come in, and Lawson hangs with it and makes the catch. 1 away.
First baseman, number 19.
Matthew Wright will bat for the Cats. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game tonight so far. Starts him with a breaking ball. One 0. Fastball out. Breaking ball laid off. Two and one. 2 right with Wallace on deck. There's a strike. Pumped in there, it's 2-2 now. The Wildcat first baseman, Matthew Wright. Again, wind continues to gust toward center field now. It's a pretty good wind. The break even to right here. Curve ball thumbed into left center field, and that will drop for a base hit. Wildcats have blooped 2 or 3 in there tonight. A 1-out single by Matthew Wright. The Wildcats' 6th hit of the game. And the inning continues for Will Wallace.
The designated hitter, number 25, Will Wallace.
Pitch to Wallace. Skied into shallow right. Good comes in another one. First and second. Now the ball gets away, and runner right will try to go up to third. And the back end of Wallace at second base. Second and third now. Wildcats are knocking those sand wedges into the outfield. Here comes Allbrand. Second error of the game for the Mustangs.
Batting for the Wildcats, the left fielder, number 2, Jack Allbrand.
So Allbrand gets in 1 for 1. A couple of guys out there for Jack. Cats lead 3-0. Only one out here in the third. The infield in for Edgewood. Pitch inside. 1-0 now. So the Cats try to add on here with Jack Allbrand. One delivery. Bunt, safety squeeze, fouls it off. So second and third here with one away. Allbrand at the plate trying to drive in a couple. Teron with the infield in for the Mustangs. He lets it fly. Inside and low to Jack. Allbrand takes one on the outside corner, the severe outside corner, and he goes down looking. Fourth strikeout, and that'll bring up Ryan Like. Like takes this one outside. Teron had been on the ropes in the second with nobody scoring. Trying to get out of another deal here. Gets away from the catcher, but not far enough away for the runner at third, right, to come in to score. The 3-0 here to Like with leadoff man Ben Hankey on deck. The pitch. Strike outside corner. Next pitch. Walked him. Bases loaded. Third walk given up, and that turns the lineup back over.
Batting for the Wildcats, the shortstop, number 4, Ben Hankey.
So Ben Hankey gets in. Pitch is high, 1-0. Bases loaded. Hankey a big spot here with the Cats leading 3-0. This one pumped in for a strike. The 1-1 offering. Hankey pops it back deep into left field. Yorgis goes back. It's up against the wall. 1 run will score. Here comes the second. Hankey in at second base with a 3 RBI double, and the Cats lead 6-0. Ball hammered off the left field wall. So Wright scores. Wallace scores, and so does Like. 3 more runs on the board. The 8th Wildcat hit of the night. A ringing 2-out double for Ben Hankey. He's out at second. Morton, who is 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. 6-0 Cats, big 2-out hit. Kind of like that. Morton, line drive left field. That'll be a base hit. Rounding third, the base runner. Here comes the throw. It's up the third base line. Hankey scores 7-0. Morton's in at second. Now he's going to go up the third. Edgewood playing the baseball like it's a hand grenade. And another 2-base error. Morton, an RBI single. Again, Edgewood just throwing that ball all over the place, and now that might be it for Ziggy Turan. There will be a new Edgewood pitcher. Cats lead 7-0 here in the third. Will step aside. This is Wildcat Baseball on 18 WJTS. Jacob Waugh on for Edgewood here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Cats with 4 across here in this inning. Connor Foley has an RBI single. He's got a runner at third to pick up. That is Morton, who knocked in a run with a single. Got the third on an errant throw back in. Breaking ball in for a strike. So 2 2/3 for Turan. 8 hits, 7 runs, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. Responsible for Morton down at third. Big swing and a miss. Unless you're a really, really big school, you don't want to go through pitching on the first night of one of these, after probably playing games this week and then playing more next week. 0-2 to Foley. Waugh comes home. Breaking ball, Foley hammers it back deep into left center field, and it's gone. Connor Foley dials up a 0-2 pitch to left center field for his 3rd home run of the season, and the Wildcats put 2 more on the board. First run charged to Wall, this one, or to Turan, and this one to Wall.
AJ, we need to go get that. Somebody needs to go.
So here comes Drew Bradley, the 9th Wildcat hitter to bat here. It's 9-0 in the bottom of the third. Pitch is in for a strike. Next pitch. Bradley thumbs it into left field for a base hit, and the hitting continues. 11th hit of the game for the Wildcats. Lucas Tim will run at third base, or first base, I should say.
Number 6, Lucas Tim. Now batting for the Wildcats, the right fielder. Number 16, Chris Henninger.
So Henninger batting for the first time, or the second time in this inning. He popped out to short to begin this inning. Still 2 gone, with Tim the runner at first for Bradley in a courtesy running situation. Wall comes home. This one scalded into left field for a base hit by Henninger. He gets his 2nd hit of the night, and stopping at second base is Tim. 12th Wildcat hit of the game, and Wright will stand in.
Matthew
He's got a hit to his credit here tonight. Right, fouls it off. 9 runs on 12 hits, no errors for the Cats. 0, 1, and 3 for the Edgewood Mustangs. Curveball hangs high. One offering. That is outside. Oh, 2-1 runners at first and second for the Cats. And right, here's the delivery. Popped up, foul territory. We'll get into the stands. Two and two. Ride waits. Watt looks at the runner at second and comes home. Right, once again, punches it in the shallow center. That'll drop. Rounding third is Tim. He'll come in to score, and the Wildcats lead 10-0. So right, a couple of base hits. 10-0. Cats. And we've got a new Edgewood pitcher forthcoming. We'll take a break. Cats lead 10-0. We're back after this. Back to Rooksor Field. Cats have struck for 7 here in the bottom of the third. They lead Edgewood 10-0. And the inning continues here for Wallace, the new pitcher. Austin Raines, the third hurler of the evening. Runners at first and second, right. First, Hedinger out at second. Wallace fouls off first base side. 13 hits on the night. Waugh came in and did not retire a batter. 0-1 here. First and second, the pitch on the way. Curveball in for a strike. Oh and 2. Raines. The pause and the pitch. Breaking ball chopped on the ground to Druckery at third. He'll run it to the bag for the third out of the inning. But again, the Wildcats strike for 7 here in the home third. They lead 10-0 over Edgewood. We'll have more Wildcat baseball after this on 18 WJTS. Back to Rooksor. Cats lead 10-0. Andrew Noblet has faced the minimum through the first 3 with a pickoff of a man that got a single back in the third. Leadoff man Ingles stands in. He lined to Hedinger, who made a diving play back to start the ball game. Andrew had a long wait while the Cats got 7. He loosened up a little bit in the bullpen. Lawson and Thummel to follow, 1, 2, and 3 here in the fourth. Popped up. Albrand will get an opportunity since coming over to play center field, makes the catch. 1 away here. Pitch in for a strike to Lawson. Lawson grounded out earlier. Loops it into right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Allbrand goes to cut it off, and a one-out single by Lawson. So with one away, here comes Thummel, the designated hitter for Edgewood, who comes in at 7-8. A really good team last year, led by Luke Hayden. Ran into Brebeuf, who lost to Southridge in the semi-state out here at Rookser Field in 3A. This one punched into shallow center for a base hit. Cats have hit a few of those tonight, so now Edgewood's starting to do so. So back-to-back base hits here in the fourth for Edgewood against Andrew Noblet, and Alt will stand in. Nothing more than a ground ball won't be able to take care of here. 10-0 Cats lead here in the top of the fourth. Alt stands in. Fouled back into the glove of Bradley. Oh, 1 now. Runners at first and second. This one lofted into left. Winesapple comes in, now has to go back on it. And that's trouble with one out. Runner rounds third. He'll come in to score. It's 10-1 on the double to left center field by Alt. So stopping at third is Thummel. So second, or stopping at third is Thummel. At second is Alt, and Druckery will stand in. Fourth hit of the game for the Edgewood Mustangs. Druckery, the third baseman, will stand in. Hetty will run out at second for the catcher. 10-1 here. This one sprayed foul. Next pitch. Ooh, and that hit him. So the bases are loaded here with one gone. First hit batsman for Noblet tonight, and the inning continues for Tehran, who's back in that place in the order. Pitch outside corner for a strike. Cats lead 10-1, 3 in the first, 7 more in the third. Edgewood gets one back here in the top of the fourth inning. Bases loaded here with one away. Tehran waits. Swing and a miss. He grounded to third his last time up. Pause and the pitch. Breaking ball. The 1-2 offering. Chop back up the middle, could be two. Hankey touches the second base bag, on to first, double play, and the Cats are out of the inning with just one run across. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth, 10-1. Wildcats on top. We'll have more Wildcat baseball after this on 18 WJTS. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 10-1 Cats. Raines third pitcher. Record the last out in that 7-run third for the Cats. Allbrand stands in. First pitch to Jack is in for a strike, 0-1. Allbrand, Winesapple, and back at the top in Hankey for the Cats. 0-1 pitch. Allbrand takes a fastball high. 1-1 here. The fire from Rains. Curveball. Allbrand takes that one out of the zone. It's 2-1. Pitch. Allbrand swings and misses. And it's 2-2 to the Wildcats center fielder. Up on the plate, the kick and the fire from Rains. Allbrand pops it up left field, going over is Georges. And he makes the catch for the first out here in the fourth for Weinzappel, who came into play left field earlier. Pitch outside. Up the middle by Weinzappel. Second baseman Moles ranges over, throws on, and cuts down Weinzappel for the second out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So leadoff man Ben Hankey stands in. Hankey singled, also doubled home 3 back in that 7-run third. Nobody on, 2 outs for Hankey here. Rains plateward. Breaking ball misses. Two one here. That's a strike at the knees to Hankey. The 2-2. Foul back. 2-2. Breaking ball hangs high. So 3-2 to the Wildcat shortstop with Morton on deck. Rains will bring it home with 2 away. Right field line going toward the Wildcat bullpen. It will bounce idly. And Hankey will still be in there with a 3-2 count and holding here in the bottom of the fourth. Payoff pitch. Walked him. So a 2-out walk given up to Hankey from Rains. And the inning continues for Cody Morton, who's got a couple of hits and an RBI here this evening. Rains comes home. Cats lead 10-1. It's a strike. Cats had a chance to perhaps run rule Edgewood early, but they picked up a run in the top half of this inning. Rains gets ready to work. Hankey the runner at first. Pitch to Morton. Strike outside corner. Oh, and 2. Outside with a breaking ball. Didn't chase it. Connor Foley waits on deck. Morton here with a 1-2 count. Big gap in left center field for the Wildcats' second baseman. Hankey the runner at first. Curveball, he shoots it into right field. Good goes over and makes the catch for the third alley inning. Wildcats get a base runner, but they strand that man. We've played through 4 here in the Hall of Fame Classic. Cats 10, Edgewood 1. We'll take a break. This is Wildcat Baseball here on 18 WJTS. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. Jasper leads 10-1. Cats got out of last inning with just 1 run on a 6U3 double play turned by Hankey. Good, the 7-hole hitter. Bats here for the Mustangs with just 4 hits off Andrew Knoblet. This pitch is low, 1-0. Strike, pumped in there. One and one here. This one hit to right, and it goes over his glove into right field for a base hit. So a base hit here to lead things off for Good. And Gabe Hetty, the first baseman, bats. Right holds him on. Knoblet throws over. Cats with 3 in the first, 7 more in the third to lead 10-1. This one thumbed right at Hankey. He'll touch second base, and that's another double play, just like the end of last inning. So the double play erases an Edgewood base runner, and you're just the left fielder will bat. Yorgis lined out to right earlier. So 2 away. Cats with a run, if they keep Edgewood off the board, could end it in 5. Foley will lead things off, followed by Bradley and Hettinger. That's a good opportunity right there. First things first, though, get the last out of this inning. Knoblet brings it home. This one fouled away first base side. Cats out here at 11 tomorrow with Carmel. Then at 5:45, a scheduled start against the Northview Knights for this Indiana Baseball Hall of Fame Classic. Monday at Gibson, Tuesday at Lincoln, Wednesday back here against North in a makeup game. The 1-2 call inside, boy. Pretty good pitch right there on the inside portion by Andrew. 2-2 with 2 away. Knoblet, the break even. Fouls it off. Might have got a little of miles there. So it's 2-2 and holding. So 2-2 with Yorgis, the hitter. Knoblet looks in, drops the glove, and fires the break even. This one fisted into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Hettinger goes to cut it off. 2 out base hit. 6th into the game for the Edgewood Mustangs, back in the top of the order with Ingalls, who is 0 for 2.
Pitches in for a strike, 0-1. Throw over, back in time. Runner first with 2 outs. Fastball catches the outside corner. So 0-2 for Noblet. Throw over, back in time. The 0-2 bounces into the dirt. One-two offering. Called third strike. Noblet got him. So Noblet gets the strikeout to end the 5th. Cats come to the plate in the bottom half of the 5th inning, leading Edgewood 10-1. We'll step aside and we'll have more Wildcat baseball after this on 18 WJTS. Back to Rookser. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Jasper leads 10-1. Connor Foley leads things off. A 2-run homer and RBI single so far for Connor tonight. Facing Rains, 58-footer, it's 1-0. Bradley and Hettinger to follow. Again, any kind of run here would punch the Mustangs out in 5. Pitch. Curveball. Foley shoots the left center field gap. He rounds first base. Be careful. He'll be at second with a stand-up double, and the Cats have their leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 5th, 14th hit of the game for the Wildcat 9. Well, here comes Drew Bradley. He's got a couple of base hits.
Number 11, Drew Bradley.
Big 7-run third for the Cats. Rains comes home. Outside corner, a strike to Bradley. Foley gets a decent lead at second base. Hettinger to follow. Should Bradley not knock home Foley. Tries to shoot it to right field, fouls it off. Cats in Carmel tomorrow morning at 11. Hopefully it won't get pushed back any further. Maybe some rain overnight. Then then Northview at 5:45. We'll have both those games Sunday afternoon at 1. The 0-2 pitch to Bradley. Squibs at foul, first base side. Andrew Noblet has gone the full way for the Wildcats. He's 1-1, would go to 2-1 on the season. So 0-2 and holding to Bradley. 10 runs on 14 hits, no errors, 1-6-3 for the Edgewood Mustangs. Foley out at second. They dance in behind him with the shortstop. Rains brings it. Curveball to Bradley, swung over the top of it. 1 away. Rains gets his first strikeout since coming on. Third pitcher of the game for Edgewood. Here comes Chris Hettinger. He owns a couple of hits, including a couple of RBIs as well. So Hettinger waits. Curveball just being asked to be hammered in for a strike to Hettinger, 0-1. If he's going to live up there, he may pay for it. We'll see. Runner out at second base, 0-1 the count with 1 away. The knockout run at second base. This one hit on the ground to Lawson at short. Throws on. Got it. Foley goes up to third. So 2 away for Wright here. Wright a couple of base hits. Pass ball would score Foley. Wright would prefer to get a base hit. Curveball. Strike. 0-1. It's looking fastball on the first pitch of every at-bat, and he's throwing a breaking ball in there. 0-1 to Wright. Wallace would be next. 2 away, the 0-1 offering. Out, up. 1-1. Cats 13 they are now 14-3 after losing to the Knights the other night. 1-1. Raines deals with Wright. Runner at third, Connor Foley, who started the inning with a double. Wright fouls it off. He's down 1-2. So Foley takes his lead at third. Wright digs in from the right side. Raines throws it. Wright, shallow pop behind first base in foul territory. Hetty goes over to make the catch for the third out of the inning. Cats waste the leadoff double by Foley here in the fifth. We'll head to the sixth. 10-1 Jasper over Edgewood. We'll have more after this on 18 WJTS. To Rookser Field, Cats lead 10-1 as we head to the sixth. New Wildcat pitcher is Maverick Merkel. This is his second appearance. Last pitch back on April 21st. 3 innings of no-run, no-hit baseball against Bossy. Struck out 6. So Lawson leads things off here in the sixth. First pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Noblet went 5 innings. He stands to be the winner. Gave up the 6 hits, 1 run, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. So Lawson batting against Merkel. Fastball in for a strike. Out and left is Winesapple, Allbrand in center, Hettinger in right with Foley, Hankey, Morton in right, the infield. Bradley still behind the plate. Merkel throws the next pitch. Called. Well, it's a ball. 2-2. Man, that looked good. Especially trying to protect with 2 strikes, the 2-2. And he got him. Struck him out. Good pitch by Maverick Merkel. Gets the strikeout. That'll bring up Thummel. Curveball, foul back in the glove of Bradley. Swing and a miss. Merkel works fast, the 0-2. 1-2 now. Plateward. And he tied him up, struck him out. Merkel a couple of punch outs here. 2 away for Braden Alt.
The catcher, number 2, Braden Alt.
High fastball for Maverick Merkel. This one popped up behind the plate, first base side. Bradley will give it a look. And it's out of play. 1-1 with 2 gone. Maverick Merkel comes home. Fastball high and tied again. Misses low. Now Bradley out to talk with Merkel here. With 2 away and a 3-1 count to the cleanup man, Alt. 3-1 offering on the way. Popped up right field. Hedinger will run into the right center field gap, and he won't catch up to this one. It'll be a double for Alt with 2 outs. 7th hit of the game for Edgewood. First hit given up by Merkel. And here comes Druckery, the third baseman. Mac Hetty will run at second base here with 2 gone. 10-1 Cats here in the top of the 6th inning. This is out of the zone. 1-0 Cats, a 3-run first and a 7-run third. That's where we are right now. Knight scored 1 in the 4th. Trying to get one across here with the runner at second with 2 outs, and Maverick Merkel ties him up. It's 1-1. One delivery. Merkel checks the runner and comes home. Fouled straight back. The 1-2. And he stays alive, fouls it off the end of the bat. Merkel trying to shut this inning down. He stares in, gets a sign from Bradley with the runner at second base. And he comes home. Ball punched first base side, right at Matt Wright. And he'll make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. We have played 5.5 here from Rookser Field, the Hall of Fame Classic. Jasper on top of Edgewood 10-1. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th after this on 18 WJTS. Back of the ballpark as Will Wallace leads things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wallace, Allbrand, and Winesapple. Cats lead 10-1 if they score a run. This one's over in 6. Raines, the 3rd pitcher of the game for Edgewood, brings it home, and Wallace wastes it foul. Wallace takes this one on the outside corner. And the Cats have bunched their runs. Again, 3 in the 1st and 7 more in the 3rd, but they've been shut down after that. The 0-2. Wallace thought about chasing that one. He did not go. Curveball, Wallace into center field for a base hit. Gets his 2nd hit of the game. 15 on the game for the Wildcats.
Batting for the Wildcats, the center fielder, number 2, Jack Allbrand.
So here comes Allbrand. He is 1 for 3 today. Normally this would be a bunting situation, but well, he's going to bunt anyway. And the pitcher falls down, and it's a base hit. So a 10-1 bunt here, and that'll bring up Winesapple. Sternberg will run out at second base
Now running at second base,
for Wallace.
number 20, Andrew Sternberg.
So first and second with Winesapple at the plate. So Winesapple grounded to second earlier in his previous plate appearance since coming into play left field. Sternberg takes his lead at second. Strike. This one chopped back to the mound. They'll go to second. They'll tag the base runner. He's out. They weren't going to get the force out because they threw it over the base, but they tag out Allbrand. Fielder's choice for Winesapple. Sternberg goes to third, now one out for Hankey to try to end this game.
Batting for the Wildcats, the shortstop, leadoff man, number 4, Ben Hickey.
Here's the pitch from Raines. Low. So 1-0 here. Runners on the corners with one gone. Bottom of the sixth. The infield in for Edgewood. The go home run is at third. Hankey pops it up between the shortstop and the left fielder. It's going to be the left fielder. 2 away. For Cody Morton.
Number 5, Cody Morton.
So still first and third here. Morton waits, breaking ball outside, gets away from the catcher. That'll allow Winesapple to go up to second. So 2 guys out there. Again, you're keeping an eye on the runner, Sternberg at third. Not much mattering behind Sternberg here. Morton 1-0. If he delivers a hit, this one will be over. If not, we'll go to the 7th. 1-0 pitch. Cats lead 10-1. Cody waits. Outside. Two-0. Catches the outside corner. Weather on Saturday into the low to mid 60s. 66 by later on at 6 o'clock. 2-1 here. So 3-1. See if Raines throws one over the plate that Morton can take a good swing at with runners at second and third. Morton waits. Raines throws it. Curveball high. The bases are loaded for one. Connor Foley. Foley
Number 24, Connor Foley.
with a double, single, and a 2-run homer. Bases are loaded here. Yeah, if they put him on here, that would be it. Foley squibs it out in front of the pitcher's mound. Raines throws it on, and we'll go to the 7th inning. We'll play the full game tonight here at Rickser Field. Wildcats lead Edgewood 10-1. We'll take a break, and we'll have more Wildcat baseball after this on 18 WJTS. Back to Rickser Field. Mac Hetty to lead things off here against Maverick Merkel. Second Wildcat pitcher of the game. Noblet went 5. Tyler Atkins goes into catch. Next pitch, this one line past a diving Hankey into left field for a base hit. 8th hit of the game for the Edgewood Mustangs. Good will stand in. Nobody out, runner on. This one shot into right field down the line. It will be in for a base hit. First and third for Edgewood here. Now the runner's going to try to go up to second base. He's caught in a rundown. And they smoke him back into first base and got it. So one away, runner goes to third. So with one out, a runner at third. Doring will hit here with the runner at third and one away. Pitch popped up in the infield. That will not allow a run to score. 2 away. Cats trying to shut it down here. And head into the game tomorrow morning against Carmel at 11 o'clock. Followed by at 5:45 against Northview. Both those games Sunday at 1 here on 18. Yorgis will stand in. He's 1 for 2. Cats looking for win number 15. Next pitch. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back into the screen. 1-2 here. Runner at third with 2 gone. Merkel comes home. Ball lined right at Morton, and this one's over. Maverick Merkel shuts it down in the 7th inning, and the Wildcats pick up a 10-1 win over Edgewood to start the Hall of Fame Classic. 10 runs on 16 hits, no errors for the Cats. 1 run, 9 hits, 3 errors for Edgewood. Andrew Noblet gets the pitching victory by going 5. Jasper is now 15-3 on the season. Again, we'll play Carmel at 11 tomorrow morning. Then Northview at 5:45. Both those games air on 18 WJTS Sunday at 1. So the Cats are victorious here tonight, and we'll wrap things up here from Rooksur Field. Cats win it 10-1. For Jeremy Marcos, I'm Kurt Guxall saying good night from Rooksur Field.